Imagine going to a doctor and asking for remedy for your illness, and the doctor takes a notebook and give it to you and ask you to journal for 21 days straight. You ask, I came for this problem and you're not giving me medicine. What kind of remedy you're giving? He just asks you to do the journaling for 21 days straight, like you take medicines for 21 days straight. And you come and you do that, and you feel yourself lighter from that disease. Namaskar. How amazing would that be, right? So, you need not go to a doctor. You are at a very right place, because today I am going to share the 5000 year old map detailing exactly where your body stores unprocessed emotions and feelings, and how to finally release them according to your dosh type. Because today I am going to share the Ayurvedic blueprint of the emotions, the feelings that are stuck in your body and creating physical problems like depression, anxiety, lower back pain, upper back pain, headache, so many things, and you don't understand why that is happening. So, let's start the video. See, in Ayurveda, there are two Sanskrit words, Sharir and Manas, and that means the body and the mind, and they are always trying to talk to each other. They are in this loop. You have heard this, that when you go to touch a very hot metal, the signal from this space goes to your brain and tells them that this is a very hot metal, should I touch it or not? And your brain sees in its reservoir that it is a very dangerous thing to touch it, and your body will get hurt. Then the signal is instantly gone to this place and tells it to not touch, and you remove your hand. You don't go and touch the hot part of your iron, right? So, because in Vedic philosophy, the mind and the body are not separate, they are always in dialogue. Dialogue is two places in conversation, not single one. So mind and body both are in dialogue, and when an emotion is not fully felt by the mind, it does not simply disappear, it is handed over to the body. What do I mean by this? Let me share a map, a different time zone. In 3000 BCE, which is a very long time ago, and in 2014 CE, which is very recent times, there are same concepts in different languages. In Ayurvedic medicine, there is a term named as ama, which is undigested physical and emotional matter, also known as toxin, because it is not digested in your body according to the nature, and it goes and crystallizes in specific organs and creates problem in your body because it is not digested. And just 5000 years apart, who described the same exact human mechanism? Bessel van der Kolk. He has published a book, The Body Keeps a Score, and it is a very famous book. Nowadays, I was just going through something, and one of my favorite author recommended that book. Then when I saw this book, I thought it matches with Ayurveda. So I started reading few pages, and it told exact thing, that body is keeping the score of all the unprocessed emotions, and our Ayurveda has exact term for this, ama. So he published this book, and that also says that unprocessed trauma is fundamentally stored in the physical tissues of the body. So emotions are getting stored physically. So what is this ama, the ancient science and the modern science is talking about? It Let's see what happens, how this ama becomes from emotions to physical matter. First is the unprocessed emotions are there, fleeting, formless, but they are carrying energetic weight. Okay. And second, there is the suppression, because maybe you are in a very fear flight situation. You are in an environment where the people are screaming on you, and you have to safeguard your body, yourself first. Maybe you are in a very dangerous situation and you have to run. You don't have the time to accept that fear and just feel it. You have to run away from that place, right? So there are so many emotions at the time. Sometimes our boss is screaming at us and we are just full of anger, but we cannot scream back. So that anger, because you haven't metallized it, it got suppressed, and it is not felt completely. So the mind is rejecting the feeling, pushing it downward in our body. And then, because it is undigested, it is not metallized, the hormones, the liquids are not released for that emotions. Then what is happening? The emotion become physical mass stored in specific tissue and organs to be dealt with later. There is fascia. You I'll tell about this in another video. It's a sorry, gel like structure in your between your muscles, connecting those. Okay. And once this ama starts getting absorbing in your body, then that gel like structure starts drying up, and you get stiffness in your neck, or in your back, in all the body parts where the emotions are getting trapped. So now I'll tell you the topography of these emotions in three major way. The dosh in Ayurveda is the major Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and these denotes the five elements Panch Tattva. Okay, see, the Kapha zone in earth and water, it has the heaviest element and heaviest emotion, like grief, and they sink and settle. So you have heard my heart is sinking, dil baitha ja raha hai, right? Because this is one place where emotions are stuck, or grief and sadness. The Pitta zone, fire and water, I was talking about anger towards boss screaming, right? So this is the anger and resentment. You can see where it is getting stored in your body. And the Vat is the mobile element, where the erratic ungrounded emotions are getting stored, like anxiety and depression. You have heard that the butterfly in the stomach, right? So this is one of the Vat dosh situation. So let's start with Vat dosh Vat profile itself, because it is the lightest. So the emotional load for this is fear, anxiety, loneliness, uncried grief, where you don't cry and just let it the grief be inside you. The unspoken overwhelm, you're overwhelmed, but you're not able to speak with people and tell anyone. And where are the storage sites for this? It is the colon, the nervous system, and the lower back, and the bones. So when you feel that uh, I am feeling very uneasy in my stomach before exam, or you feel butterflies before date, so this is why you can feel it in your gut, in your colon, because the anxiety, the emotions which is fluttering are situated here. See how science connects to your body, how the ancient science and the recent science are same on this topic. So and this is also one thing, whenever one of my clients comes and says that I have digestive issues or I have anxious issues, I always correlate and ask them, do you have this also, for the different thing. Then say yes, how did you know? That if you are anxious, then you must have digestive issues, because it is a seat of all those emotions, right? So most of the anxious people almost always have digestive issues. The fear literally lives in the colon. Okay. You must have heard of brain. This is brain, sorry, and the gut axis. I will talk about in another video if you want how your gut is helping brain to make decisions and how you can enhance your gut feeling. And if you have all of these symptoms, then you can understand that you are in this Vata profile, and we will talk about the healing in the later part of this video. If you have chronic constipation, you have lower back pain with no physical injury, if you have insomnia, if you have racing thoughts going on in your brain, and if you have cold hand and feet which are trembling like this, then that is also a sign of Vata profile. Now, you can also take screenshots of your profile, whatever you feel that you have, okay? Because we are going to talk about the healing part. And the pith profile, which is made of mostly fire and water. What are the emotions related to this? Anger, jealousy, resentment, harsh judgment of others, but also self, and crippling perfectionism. You have to make everything perfect, then you are in that profile. And this is the storage site: the liver, the small intestine, the skin, and the eyes. Okay, so your eyes burn. You always say, my eyes are burning so much, my stomach is burning so much, right? I have burning on my skins. If you are saying all of these things, then this is the pith dosh. And what are other symptoms? Acid reflux, recurring skin rashes, which I talked about right now, acne, especially jaw and cheeks. This is the pith position in your face, sharp headaches behind the eyes, you have chronic inflammation. And see, the suppressed anger which I was talking about, when you have all the anger but you can't speak it out, when you can't release it, then it goes inside your body somewhere. And where does it go? It goes to liver. And because liver is a detox organ of your body and it is not able to detox your body, then it comes to skin. It starts manifesting in your skin. The emotions are manifesting at your skin. Can you understand why healing yourself is so important? Now, the third and the heaviest dosh, which is the Kapha profile, Kapha dosh. It is made up of earth and water. What are the emotions attached? These are grief, deep attachment, depression, the sadness, but you don't know why you are sad, but I'm just sad. Why? I don't know. I'm just sad. So this is one of the symptom. And the inability to let go. What are the storage sites? The lungs, the chest, the stomach, the sinuses. So symptoms are non-cardiac heaviness, which is not just related to heart but this chest area. Chronic sinus congestion. So many people have sinus congestion and cold issues. Weight that resists diet, because you don't have only weight carrying getting carried in your body, you have also emotions that are getting carried in your body. And lethargy that sleep does not fix, you are always low on energy. Then again you have to see this kapha profile. See, Kaph is the heaviest element, and grief, just thinking of like this, it makes me feel heavy. So it is also one of the heaviest emotion. That's why they find each other, and grief feels like a physical weight on your body. Now, take a screenshot of this page because this will help you to get the healing part, which I am going to share now. Done? Okay. Now, how do we release these part? We don't force any emotional toxin, emotional ama out of our body. We just apply the elemental opposite of the trap emotion. So it balances. Okay. So if the system is stripped by excess air or space, which is very light, we apply earth. Balance. If the system is stripped by excess earth, heavy, which is very heavy or steel, then we apply fire, earth, heat, movement, then balance. And if the tip is if the system is tipped by excess fire, hot and sharp, then we apply water and air by cooling and venting. Let's start with the Vat again. See, air. You can see it's very light, but it is heavy here. Why? Because this Vata dosh is making you feel heavy due to the depression and anxiety. So what you have to do? One, you have to do journaling. You have to just write down your thoughts without stopping, without thinking that you're writing in a good grammar, good spelling or not. Just pick a pen and copy and just write things down, because then your emotions will start getting straightened up. Okay. Second, my most favorite Ayurvedic tip, remedy, whatever you want to call, it's Abhyang. And I love this tip because it helps me focus my body in my brain and focus myself, and I just feel the most relaxed after an Abhyanga session. So you have to just take warm sesame oil and you have to self massage. Okay. And then focus should start from the feet and then towards the spine, then that will help you. Okay. Third is slow deep breathing. You have to abandon, no, just take 3 deep breath with me right now. Okay. See, you feel happy, you feel better. This is why I ask you to do this. And the best thing I was doing, because I am wearing my gajra and the gajra smell so good right now. This is also one of the remedy I'll talk about in my next video about Venus and abundance. Second, pith. How do we cool the fire? One, because you have the fire inside your body, you have to put it outside the body. How you can do that? You have to do express your feelings. You can run, you can dance, you can shake, you can also do like this, you can shake your body, and that will help to expel the emotions. Okay. And second, how do we cool down the fire? We cool down the fire by cold water. We splash cold water on the face and wrist. This part is very important when you want to cool down your anger. So just put it inside running cold water, and that helps. These all are the tricks which I do myself when needed. That's why I know that these will help you a lot. You have to just do it. Okay. And third, again, a lovely remedy, which is unsent letter. I was talking about the screaming on boss, because that is one of my clients' story, and I have given this remedy to them. Just write it out, whatever you want to say to them, and then burn it. Yes, please burn it, don't send it, because that will help you to release the anger, the emotions from your body. And the last, cough. Cough, can you see how heavy is it? Yes, that's how your body feels when you have all the grief and sadness inside your body. So first is movement. So nature cough want to just sit wherever it is, just sit. No, you have to keep your spine straight and start moving. Any physical movement acts as the primary medicine to break the freeze. Second, heat and water. When you want to cry, please let those emotions release from your body. Let those emotions release from your mind. Let those emotions release you from the sadness and grief you're carrying. And after that, take a warm bath and sit in direct sunlight if possible, and just feel the warmth melting down all the sadness and grief from your body and releasing it. So you are releasing it from your mind, from your man, by crying it out, and from outside by giving the warmth. And you can also wear some fuzzy warm clothes and just feel the happiness, try to get as cozy as you can, and but before that do all the movement and all these things, and after that just feel the happiness in your brain. I know you need it. And third, cough heals through warmth and community. I told you about the warmth, so don't be isolated, try to connect with people, and that will seriously help you a lot. See, the problem is we have not been taught about all of these things before just popping a pill. We just go to a doctor or start self medicating about these things. But have you gone through these rituals? But have you understood what kind of these problems, in what places these problems are going in your body, what organs, and why these things are, why there are so much rashes on skin? If there is rashes on skin, just go through the last week, last 30 days, last 90 days of your month, of your year, and see if you have suppressed your emotion. If yes, then release it, because your body has never turned against you. It is not broken, it has simply been holding on to things for you, things you did not have the capacity or safety to feel at that time. See, the work is never to force the emotion out. It is always to create the safety to finally let it move. Ayurveda drew the map 5,000 years ago. Your body already knows the way. You just have to do all of these things. And if this framework helped you, then share it with someone whose body might be trying to tell them something. And I would see you in the next video. Bye bye.